Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play a double-sided mirror. Found Yandere Danes and found on itch.io. Let's begin. Beep. 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 Hello?
Charlie, ¿está todo bien?
Charlie, is everything alright?
Sí, ¿a qué viene esa pregunta?
Yeah? Why are you asking that? Try to go and take the voices out. Do like the language, but... Yeah. Why are you asking that?
Lo siento, simplemente lo siento.
Is it music? Sound? I'm sorry. I'm just really sorry. Oh, it was under sound. You had that nightmare again, didn't you? I'm already told you, Lucy. You're not the one to blame for all of that. It's not your fault. I know, but I can't help it. If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened. You wouldn't have suffered all those horrible things. Sorry. I'm sure you must be tired of all the calls by now. Playing up with your sister at late hours of the night. Especially when I have a date in the morning. A date? Why didn't you tell me anything about that? Charlie? You still there? He didn't tell you because he knew you would react this way. It's you. You planned all of this for him, didn't you? Charlie isn't ready to have dates yet, and you know that. It's completely dangerous, and I won't allow it. I won't allow it. We'll see, little sis. What's your name? Well, definitely not Charlie. YN. 2 minutes late. This can't be possible. What kind of impression I'm gonna give showing up this late? I just hope he keeps waiting for me, or this whole trip will have been in vain. I can't bear the idea of going back home just to eat ice cream and listen to the same songs over and over while I get lost in my imagination sadness. I wouldn't have to go through all this if I had never fallen in love with him. I hope I never see him again. I let out a small sigh as I clenched my fist slightly, due to the helplessness I felt just remembering my ex-boyfriend's face. There's no use dwelling on it right now. At least I'm close. Finally, I'm here. ... How odd. We agreed the meeting point was at the main entrance doors of the mall. Could he have left? Maybe he thought I wouldn't make it in the end, and the date would be cancelled. But if that were the case, he would have definitely messaged me through the app just to confirm whether we still had a date or not. Besides, at first glance, it doesn't seem like anyone's looking for anyone else. What a waste of time. All I've done for the last 15 minutes is stand here waiting for like an idiot. Perhaps I should walk around a little bit to distract myself that way. Time will pass more quickly. You better text me soon to apologize for keeping me waiting. Or he left. I give him one more chance. If only the dating app allowed me to make calls, I wouldn't be waiting like an idiot. I cursed their stupid strict security code. Although, being a bit more realistic, I glanced at my phone, which was terribly damaged. The screen is cracked, display is failing, the batteries overheats, and many other things. I wouldn't be able to answer it, even if I wanted to. This old phone could barely get a single in this place, and the worst part of all, I couldn't pay this month's plan. It's the first and only phone I've had, but I really need to upgrade. Thankfully, the mall has Wi-Fi, and I can avoid all that hassle. I let out a sigh as I opened the app to check my date's profile. Still nothing from him. What a dilemma of all this for a simple blind date. I'll wait for another 5 minutes. If he doesn't show up by then, I'm out of here. Half an hour. I've been waiting for half an hour. Oh, I see the reference. I think it's for the best if I don't even stay here anymore. I'm just waiting for someone who will never show up. What's so hard for him to just send at least one single message? At least I could know he's still alive. I just don't want to think that something bad could have happened to him just because we agreed to meet in this place. It's not like he had a car accident, or a coward again who tried to rob him, or maybe got killed because he was mistaken for someone else. What if he had an accident with a gang who tried to kidnap him and then killed him? That would be a story. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. That sounded really stupid. Damn it. I hate having anxiety. I should try to not overthink the situation right now. These are just extremist thoughts that sound ridiculous once you say it out loud. Pay attention to that. It's the worst thing I can do. I just need to clear my head and stop imagining nonsense once and for all. I think I've seen their reference. Huh, a cafe? I guess I should take a little look. At least I'll be able to focus on... history. I didn't do anything. I guess I could take a look. At least I'll be able to focus on something other than the delay of the date. The delay of the date? At least I'll be able to focus on something other than the murder. Delay my date. Unless I could treat myself to something sweet after waiting for a while. I deserve something tasty at least. I'm just like checking if there's any more references. Wow, I didn't expect it to be so cozy. Well, I'll sit in the corner for now. One might expect something very simple for a small cafe like this, but has everything necessary for a full establishment. And the interior design is so charming that it makes the place perfect. But despite having customers in such a lovely place, it's very odd that there's only 3 people. Usually these places are filled with people who would die just to be near the entrance. There's 4 people who could employ. You can tell they have a wide variety of sweets and pastries, although to be expensive for what they offer. That's probably why no one's here. Could that be the reason why there are not many people here? I didn't bring as much money to spend within 5 minutes of entering the store. It's best to order a milkshake. They look delicious, they're cheap, and I can take advantage of the staying here for a while and enjoy the atmosphere. After waiting a couple minutes, a waitress approaches to take my order. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Cameron. Cameron? I'll be your waitress. So tell me, what would you like to order? The waitress said, with a somewhat irritated tone, a voice, well, looking at me, definitely. Maybe making small talk will cheer her up a bit. Everything on the menu sounds delicious, and honestly, I like to break the routine of ordering a simple coffee. You know? Okay, bad idea. The waitress' reaction of what I said only made the discomfort not gonna feel my body. I should better finish the pity situation or something random. I'm gonna take a Midori Delight. please. The waitress doesn't change her expression and just focus on writing down my order. Okay, you made a wonderful choice. I'll bring you your order in a minute. Thank you. I think I now understand why there isn't a lot of people in this place, Cameron. Although I can't judge that just by the way she treated me. After all, she didn't treat me poorly or insult me. It was just somewhat intimidating. I shouldn't even care so much about the waitress' attitude. At this point, I probably have the same expression on my face almost every day. Nobody tells me anything. Well, I fake it till I make it. Actually, I could do customer service pretty well, so. In the end, you can't really know what's going on with other people's lives and how it affects their mood. Most likely, she just had a bad day. Excuse me. I think I got lost in my thoughts. I didn't notice the fixed stare and frowned brow on the waitress in front of me. Are you ignoring me? I'm telling you it's $5. If you don't have cash to pay for your milkshake, we also have credit cards. But don't think you're gonna leave without paying for it. Okay, yeah, her attitude. Yeah. I'm sorry. Here's the money for the milkshake. Thank you very much, and please forgive me for all the inconvenience. Yeah, her customer service attitude. Wait, history. After handing over the money, okay. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, and after handing over the money, I take my cell phone and start revealing old conversations to pretend I was talking to someone. The waitress stared at me strangely for a couple of seconds and then laughed. I sighed in relief immediately. Man, kill me. I don't want to continue like this anymore. Despite everything that happened so far, I think the day went in as bad as I imagined. Ignoring everything that just happened, I take a sip of the milkshake. Also, it tastes very particular. It's sweet, with a smooth and fluffy texture. I would say it's one of the best milkshakes I've ever had. Okay, it's probably worse because the customer service guy went, bleh. All jokes aside, although it may sound silly, just being able to taste it made me nervous. My nervousness disappear. Being at least slightly secluded table made everything more pleasant. I know where I had that ugly thought from before. I can only focus on watching people through the cafe's window, enjoying their day, relaxing, letting go of ongoing responsibilities. I wish this... It's like, Damon. I wish this moment never ends. Pardon me. Yes? Me and my big mouth. I turned my head only to find the waitress walking towards me. Perhaps there's some issue with the payment? Did something happen? Someone asked me to send this to you as a gift. She brought me a small, beautifully decorated slice of strawberry cake, ready to eat. Alongside, it was a small, folded yellow paper. Out of obvious curiosity, I opened it immediately. Sorry for coming this late, and I genuinely apologize for not being brave enough to come over to your table so that I could apologize properly. I really hope you still want to have the date with me. Oh my. If that's his way of apologizing, then it's the most pathetic apology I've ever seen in my life. Cameron, your customer service skills are crap. Without realizing it, I read the paper out loud. Ignoring my urge to die, I couldn't help but think that what the waitress had said was true, despite being an inappropriate comment. Okay, at this more, I want to be a little bit of a Karen and, not try to get her fired, but correct her customer service skills. Wait, she shouldn't be here. Doesn't she have any other customers to take their orders or something? I simply watch her struggle not to laugh in my face due to the rather embarrassing situation. Excuse me, who sent all this? Oh yeah, it was that guy over there. I looked to where she was pointing. Most people here either take their orders to go or sit for a while, eating, then leaving. But that guy was the only one without order and was occasionally looking directly at my table. When he realized I was looking at him, he quickly looked in another direction, pretended to be doing something else. Okay, that's very strange. Why would he send me this cake out of nowhere? Could it be a trap? But if that's what he wrote in the note is true, then that means he's my blind date. Well, at least he arrived. After an hour and a half of delay, of course. I took the cake and the milkshake and I stood up and head over to the table where my supposed date was. He's very handsome. I could see him fiddling with his hands as he looked out the window, trying to pretend he hadn't seen me. He's really nervous about all this. Is he really nervous about all this? It seems like he gave a small startle when he heard me slide my things onto the table, even though it was obvious I was coming over here. It was very odd. Hi. It's nice to finally meet you. I tried to extend my hand to greet him. However, he kept looking elsewhere, while attempting to replicate the greeting. Poor thing, he was nervous. He couldn't stop shifting in his seat. Is he really that excited to meet me? What's wrong? Cat got your... Can't speak? Can you speak? Or cat got your tongue? Or are you scared of me? Relax, it'll bite. Much. Upon hearing my attempt to joke with him, his expression immediately changed, displaying a tender and apprehensive look, coupled with a faint smile. I'm sorry. It's just I was actually really gathering the courage to apologize for being late. That was very rude of me. I'm really sorry. I hope you can forgive me. When he finished speaking, he once again averted his gaze, perhaps out of a lingering shame for keeping me waiting all this time and realizing that during the entire period, all he'd done is try to face his fears to speak to me. I feel sorry for him, but it makes me a bit uncomfortable. Still, this could have been avoided if he had just told me he'll be late. Well, at least we're here now. As I look at him, I notice his expression becoming increasingly uneasy, and the surrounding silence only made the situation worse. Why does he act this way? Despite being kind to him, he still can't talk to me or look at me. I know he feels bad, but he could at least say something. I let out a small sigh of frustration I was feeling. This is very complicated, really complicated. I don't want hurt his feelings, but I also don't want to lie and pretend everything's fine. After all, showing up out of the blue apologizing and buying a cake won't make me forget his lack of commitment. It's better to tell him the truth. Don't worry. That makes the two of us arriving late. I guess that's the first thing we have in common, don't you think? I think the best thing I can do is give him a moment. After all, the embarrassment he feels must be very overwhelming, and rejecting his apologies would be very rude of me. Immediately he looked at me with surprise, in his eyes, however, with a shy smile, he quickly glanced away. My mere presence seemed to make him nervous. I let out a small laugh and decided to take a spoonful of cake he bought me. It looks really delicious, and it would be a shame not to start eating it. But how delicious! This is the best cake I've ever tasted. After a few seconds, I could hear a faint murmur from him. It seemed like he wanted to tell me something, so I stopped eating the cake to listen. So, did you like the cake? I chose strawberry because it's my favorite flavor. I thought you might like it too. I guess it's a good icebreaker subject. I love it. The flavor is simply exquisite. The sweetness of the strawberry and the softness of the cake, along with the cream, makes it a feast for the palate. And it's a good thing I'm not allergic to strawberry. I really appreciate you going for the trouble trouble buying this for me. But if you really like it that much, it's not fair that only I eat it. How about you have some too? His expression changed quickly. He blushed and looked away, very surprised by what I said. Huh? Really? But there's only one spoon. I have to admit, Stream's shyness is quite entertaining to watch, as it makes him so nervous. It's just too adorable. It makes me feel fondness. He kept trying to give me an excuse as to why he couldn't eat. I take a bit of the cake and unexpectedly shove it into his mouth, make his face turn even redder as he simply chewed on it. If you want me to forgive you, it's better if you eat with me, so hush and just enjoy the taste. I know it's not right to talk to him like that, but it's the only way I can understand that I don't mind sharing his gift. See, that wasn't that bad, is it? It's like, it's a ginger kiss. Could you please excuse me for a moment, please? Oh, sure. For a moment I saw him taking out a water bottle from his backpack, along with a pill, which almost slipped from his trembling hands. I could see how embarrassed he was for not being able to keep his composure. He immediately took the pill in his hand. He had in his hands somewhat desperately, as if he were trying to end his suffering once and for all. Oh, you don't do that. It's definitely the strangest reaction I've seen in something as small as feeding someone a piece of cake. Oh, it's a direct kiss to him. Was that too much for him? It was clear they were shy and a bit jumpy, but I didn't think that would bother him. Although, now that I think about it, someone with those qualities would get very anxious if their boundaries were crossed without their consent. But I'm such an idiot. I should have been so reckless with him. I'm sorry if that bothered you or made you uncomfortable in any way. I just wanted you not to be as tense about what happened earlier. I thought giving you some cake would fix that. I'm sorry. He turned to look at me while silent once again filled the table. His gaze lost as if he had forgotten where we were, I suppose due to the bad time I made him go through. However, I heard him stammer a bit again, as if he were trying to find the right words to tell me something. Oh, no, don't worry. It's just that these pills are for a condition I had for a while, but don't worry, it's nothing serious. Also, you didn't do anything wrong, so there's no need for you to apologize, okay? What about if we just talk about you? Oh, I see, but you hadn't mentioned anything about that when we talked on the app. Why didn't you tell me? Desperately trying to put on a smile, it was quite clear that he felt bad. It was as if his gaze could only reflect the sadness he was feeling at that moment. I didn't mean to sound so pushy. If you don't want to tell me, I'll understand. Oh, no, it's fine. I didn't want you to think that I was weird or weak, and then you wouldn't have agreed to have the date with me. I know it's not your fault, and you have every right to keep things about yourself hidden until you're ready to tell me. But even so, I would have liked to know that earlier, so I wouldn't have behaved so rudely. Feeling a bit nervous, I placed my hands on his, giving him some gentle strokes to let him know that everything was okay. Judging by his expression, it was clear that the gesture surprised him. Poor thing, I wonder how many people have ejected him because he has a nervous condition. Don't worry, you're not weird in any way. You're just a bit different in real life, huh? But the change in attitude is normal. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't dying of nervous on my way here, so I understand you perfectly. I could see him blushing as he looked at me in a very adorable way. Thank you for saying that. No one has ever said something like that to me before, and I really appreciate it. You're actually a really good person, honestly. feel a bit better about myself now. You're so sweet. If you don't mind, I'd like to get to know you better. Would you like to go out again sometime? He's like, yes. But said surprised him a lot. Perhaps he expected a different response from me, maybe a rejection or something similar. But I think it was best to stay in touch with him. It feels like he needs my support as much as I need his to start my new life. Besides, his actions are adorable, but I couldn't forget that even if I wanted to, it's as if each of his actions were made by a helpless little lamb. Although I couldn't help notice something. While he was surprised by my question about staying in touch, his fingers kept moving rapidly on the table. Is it normal that your fingers move like that, or? I think he's nervous. Oh, sorry, I got carried away. Definitely, yes. I will have to keep getting to know each other. Perfect. I'd better. I hear my spoon hitting the plate, making me suddenly stop talking. Looking down, I saw that there's no more cake without realizing it. All this time we were talking, I finished all the cake along with my shake. It's clear that I didn't know how to share when it comes to food. How embarrassing. I'm sorry I didn't. I know I said I would share the cake with you, but I got carried away by the taste. But I promise to make it up to you next time we go out. No worries, after all, I bought the cake as an apology, so you could say we're even. Besides, we're just going out with you in our time is more than enough. I breathed a sigh of relief. I didn't think I'd be so kind or gentle. I glanced over my shoulder at the clock hanging on the side of the place. When I saw the time, my stomach churned a bit. I didn't realize I spent so much time here. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun, right? It's just really nice meeting you, but I really have to get back home. See you. Wait! I felt his grip on my wrist, somewhat forceful. Although it didn't cause much harm, it was a bit exaggerated for someone as timid and nervous as him. If you don't mind, I would like to exchange numbers. I want to make sure you get home safely, well, and have a better way to stay in contact with you. It's true, even though we have talked for a considerable time online, neither of us knew each other's real names. Dating app only allowed us to use the preset nicknames, and it was forbidden to share our real names for security reasons. If they notice you're breaking this rule, they could permanently ban you from the app. A bit exaggerated for my taste, but I guess it's acceptable. I don't think that's the norm in a dating app. You never know what kind of psychopath might be working on the internet. Sure, how about I save you? How should I save you? The kid handed me another yellow paper with his number written on it, looking down as if trying to hide his excitement. I'm Charlie McCoy. That's a lovely name. It's very nice spending the afternoon with you, Charlie. I'm YN. Once again, he looked away, while trying to hide a blush. I guess the formal introduction got him a bit excited. He's just so adorable. After exchanging numbers, I gave Charlie a big hug, leaving the store. When I got back, I saw him waving goodbye from a seat. Oh, I see the hearts. Crap, I must miss the last train home. If I had stayed five more minutes at the cafe, I wouldn't have made it in time. How can it be that the schedule around here keeps getting worse? The last train was supposed to leave in about 20 minutes, and even though there are many people here, they shouldn't have to rush like this. So easy to dampen the mood with things so as small as these. But this time, I won't let that happen. Today was a great day, and I had some delicious sweets, and my date with Charlie was better than I imagined. It was a good start, considering all the crap I had to go through earlier. I took out my phone for a moment to see if I could distract myself with no internet. There wasn't much to do. I sighed, and after browsing my gallery for 7 minutes, I put away my phone, feeling boredom consume me more than more. Unfortunately, I'm almost home now. While I was trying to distract myself by looking out the subway window, I felt someone sit down in the seat next to me. Ooh. When I turned my head to the side, I found this guy staring at me. Why is he looking at me like that? Could he be someone I know? No, I don't think so. No one knows why that I moved to the city. Besides, someone is so creepy with such a terrifying stare can't have good intentions. Well, they might. Or maybe I'm just overthinking. Maybe he's just an art student with a jacket stained with red paint, heading back home. Oh, I don't think that's red paint. Perhaps if I ignore him and pretend he wasn't here, then I'll get off at the next stop. As I look away for a moment, I could hear him starting to breathe somewhat heavily, despite trying to ignore him and not show any interest. I noticed how he's shifted a bit closer to me, to the point where I could feel his breath on my neck. He's scratching out. I can't stand this situation anymore. I think I'll have to leave before I get to my station. He's distracting. I felt his hand against mine, caressing me instantly, until at one point I could feel his hand trying to intertwine his fingers with mine. I definitely have to get out of here. Without warning, I get up from my seat and headed as quickly as possible towards the exit doors of the subway. As soon as these opened, I ran out of the street, hoping that frickin' butthole wasn't following me. Finally, I'm home. What the actual frick? That frickin' weirdo. Did he want to frickin' kill me or assault me? Or both? I have enough living in a dangerous area at night without some urgent idiot coming to bar me. Lucky there was no one on the streets at this hour, and the neighborhood gangs were not around the corners. But that doesn't mean that the fear I felt all this time is already gone. My breathing was getting more and more agitated, and when I looked down, I could see how my hands were shaking uncontrollably. Just thinking about the man breathing on my neck made my stomach churn with pain. I just have to ignore all that happened. I just have to breathe and try to calm down. I jumped in fear as I felt my phone ring and vibrate instantly in my pocket. I quickly took it out to silence it once for all. Why the frick are you ringing now? You scared me to death. Huh? Isn't that this Charlie's number? Upon an opening the notification, I read the message that has been sent to me. Hello, I know it's a bit late, but I did mention I would write, so forgive me if I startled you. I just want to make sure you got home safely. Also, I apologize if this borrows you. If you like, we could talk again through the dating app. I don't want to bar you, so whatever you decide will be fine by me. Well, if I stop right now, it was a tiring day for you. Rest well, Lion. Despite meeting in person, it seems like he's still shy around me. But what did he mean by forgive me if I startled you? Because he was on the train. Could it be about him texting me? Well, maybe I could forget that he would send me a message, but I don't think it would be enough to startle me. Or would it? Because he was the person on this train. No, I think I'm overacting it too much. He probably said that because he's still feeling bad about being late to our date. He really is adorable. Really is so adorable. At least reading his message helped calm me down. Well, I better eat something before going to sleep. No. Are you freaking kidding me? The frickin' butthole, he made me forget I had to buy groceries before getting home. It's not his fault. What am I gonna frickin' eat now? I really wish I could have another slice of that strawberry cake Charlie bought me. I have a peanut. And I think hot sauce or ketchup. At least that way I could remember that one good thing that happened today. He glitched it. He's riding he's in the code. What just happened? Why do I feel my head is a bit lighter? Huh? I don't remember this piece of cake. It looks like the one Charlie bought for me early today. Maybe I bought it somewhere else and I didn't realize it. Well, that cake won't eat itself, so take a spoonful of the cake. I could feel the flavor developing me completely. It was so delicious that it seemed to ease my worries I had, and I could only think about how delightful it was. And the day I had this in the afternoon. It's definitely invited me. I'll definitely invite him out again. Well, I better start getting ready for bed. I have to go grocery shopping early tomorrow. After finishing the cake, I washed the plate and went to brush my teeth. As I enter my room, I take off my clothes and put on my pajamas to get ready for bed. I allow a small yawn before placing my phone on the nightstand and plugging it in so that the battery would be fully charged in the morning. Now, it's sweet old bedtime. I was like looking. Oh, the little knickknacks. Turning off the lights, I slowly purged my bed. Frick, I'm beat. I began to nestle between my sheets, cuddling my stuffed animals, feeling like I'll fall asleep. I would fall asleep at any second now. Right before sleeping, I should text him back. Don't worry if you want. We can go out on our day. In fact, we could go somewhere else in the city. But I'm going to sleep now. See you tomorrow. I hope you have a good night, Charlie. I like waiting for him to be there. Okay, see what happens if we go. This is getting weird. Honestly, I don't feel comfortable with all this. The guy looked up with a clear confusion in his face, but didn't respond to what I just said. Judging by his attitude, it seems like he's not willing to continue the conversation, or his nerves are so overwhelmed that he doesn't know what to say. Plus, so far, he's just apologized and that's it. He doesn't even try to talk to me. God, what did I get myself into? A Yandere boyfriend? The thing is, how do you know I'm the person you're looking for? As soon as I said that, his hands start shaking rapidly. With a clumsy movement, he grabbed his backpack next to him and started searching for something inside. Okay, this is getting scary now. After a few seconds, he took out his cell phone from his backpack. He slowly slid his phone towards me and tapped the screen on screen a couple of times, indicating that I should see something there. Hesitating a bit, I took the cell phone. I wanted it in this once and for all, so I could leave. Okay, he was saying the truth on the note he sent me. He's my date. On his phone screen was a dating app, specifically my profile bio. I opened the chat and found the conversations we had last few days. Okay, is it you? It is you. When I gave him back his phone, I could see he was a little bit more relaxed, yet I still had a doubt. But you never text me all this time. In fact, the cafe is far from where we were supposed to meet. Did you find me here? I was scratching out. So, tell me, did you like the cake? I chose strawberry because it's my favorite flavor. So I figured you might like it too. Huh? What just happened? This is weird. I feel a void in my head. Maybe I dissociated for a moment. Or I fell asleep with my eyes open again. You've done that? Perhaps it must be just my imagination, because I would do it at work if I could. Sometimes. All jokes aside, I don't think I could ever do that. Better not dwell on it. I turned to my date, who was smiling at me. Oh, we're more confident now, too. Do they look a bit different, don't they? Yeah, kinda. More confident. Wait, did they ask me something right? Damn, I should stop getting so distracted. Excuse me, what did you say? My confusion makes them laugh at me, revealing their fangs. Although many people might consider this that flaw, they really something cute about them. Like a vampire fangs. Well, trying to calm down his laughter, he looked directly into my eyes. I was talking about the cake, sweetie. Did you like it? Sweetie? Is it me or is he trying to flirt with me? Even though that flatters me a lot, this situation definitely makes my nerves get all into my head. Why? But why would he behave like that? Oh, frick, I forgot. He doesn't even know that I used the dating app to meet other people, and not because I wanted to find a partner. Surely wanted to try to have something more serious with me. Frick, I need to clarify that as soon as possible before this gets even worse. Well, I thought it was a nice gesture on your part, although it wasn't necessary for you to buy it for me. But don't take it the wrong way, seriously. It's really nice that you took the trouble to give me this. I'm glad you liked it. This place makes the best strawberry cakes in town. I'd like to share it with you. It's the least I could do to save you the trouble. He shook his head to decline my offer to share his gift with a lovely smile on his face. Dang it. Surely he's doing it because he wants to be chivalrous with me. I must say it now. I need to tell you, by the way, he's expectantly interrupts me, and when I look up, I could see the slight confusion on his face. Yeah? Is there something you want to tell me? Excuse me? Yeah. Oh, I say that because the expression on your face, it seems like you wanted to tell me something. Tell me, is there something bothering you? How the heck did he notice? Well, technically we're gonna try to talk before he interrupted. Really, I must learn to be more subtle with my emotions. Or maybe this guy's just really good at reading my face, that no matter how hard I try, he'll know I want to say something. Well, the truth is, that doesn't matter. I set aside the cake and shake for a moment to try to gain a bit more confidence. I must tell him the truth without thinking about the possible reaction and consequences it might have. Don't take this the wrong way, but the dating app we met through? Yes, what about it? Well, I didn't use it, no, nor do I plan to use it to find a partner. I only downloaded it to make new friends and try to forget about what happened with my ex-boyfriend, and I know it's really silly and stupid, but I hope you can understand. He merely frowned as if truly didn't understand what I just said. Perhaps he was disappointed in me for making the situation clear from the start. The silence grew and it only made me more nervous. Was it really that bad to say I wasn't looking for a partner? I just kept eating. Suddenly, I heard him trying to hold back his laughter. But what kind of reaction is that? Is he angry? Saying dating apps where you actually could say you're not looking for a partner. Whatever it is, it just makes me more anxious. When I get home, I'll change my bio to just looking for friends to avoid the problems in the future. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to react like that. I just don't really understand why you think I would be offended just because you don't want a partner right now. It's quite understandable, and if you want us to be simple friends or acquaintance, that's fine. You don't need to explain anything. Because we're already his. After all, it's your life, right? No matter what I think, what's important is what you want to do with it. Are you serious? Absolutely. Don't dwell on it too much about it, okay? Yes, thank you. Thank you. That it's the nicest thing someone has said to me so far. Wow, I really didn't expect that. Even though he's a bit strange, he seems to be a very good person. He just smiled at me again, as if that was his way of showing his appreciation and support for me. Hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to get to know you better. Would you like to hang out again sometime? What I said surprised him a lot. Perhaps he was expecting a different response from me, because asking to take a slow or suggesting we take some time before going out again. But I think it's best to stay in touch with him. It feels like he's the sport I've been waiting for all this time to start my new life in the city. Besides, his reactions are so appealing, and I couldn't forget him even if I want to. It's not like each of his actions is made by a slightly atrocious lamb. Although I can't help but know something. Him glitching. My head feels light again. Better not pay attention to it. I knows how he was surprised by my question about staying in touch. After his fingers kept moving rapidly on the table, as if it had a life of its own or something. Is it normal that your finger moves like that? Or all he does is glance at his hand and quickly claps his index finger with the other. Oh, sorry. I think I got a little carried away. He definitely, yes. I'd love to keep getting to know each other. Perfect. I'd better. Okay, now we can skip. But how did he know where I was? How did he know where I was? Besides, how can I know it's really him? He never called me to confirm the exact place in the mall. Plus, the cafe is very far from the meeting point. We only talked for chat, and I still haven't received any messages from him. Has he been following me all this time? He doesn't seem to be a potential danger from this distance, but I don't want to take the risk and end up in the news with my face all blurry, with the headline saying "dead body dead body found in empty lot." Just in case. Thanks to the AI overlord. Excuse me, is everything okay? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I think we scared her. I say with my voice trembling slightly. I could feel the fear taking a hold of me. I immediately stood up from my seat to approach the sky. Although... Wait, did I just skip? He's giving me a bad feeling. I need to get out of here soon. I'll take a deep breath to be able to speak as soon as possible and end this nightmare and block the weirdo for good. Listen, this was all a bad idea. Meeting a stranger is the worst thing I could have ever done. I waited for you for a long time, but you never showed up. I even hoped you would send me a message, but you did nothing. And now you just suddenly appear and know exactly where I was. And to top it off, you buy me a damn cake as if this is enough to overlook all of this. The guy seems nervous to the point of trembling with nerves he suddenly felt. He tried to speak, but I didn't allow it. Not gonna allow you to glitch this time. I didn't care what he was about to tell me, or if there was an explanation for this entire situation. I just wanted to get away from him as soon as I could. I only came here to tell you that I don't want to see you again. Just forget about me and my existence. Just kidnap us. And don't even think about following me. Believe me, I'll know us. If you do, I'll call the police without hesitation, got it? If you really are who you say you are, I don't want to know more about you. Don't try to find me, and don't send me any more messages. I don't want to, nor do I intend to read pathetic apologies for a sick person like you. Just stay away from me. I walk away from the place without bothering to look back at him. That guy, his behavior. I shook my head slightly and continued walking. I still don't feel confident enough to go back home. He might be following me even though I friend him. Yeah, that's what Yandere normally does. Ooh. Wait, is this fanfiction? Must have. I see the references. I entered the bookstore, still feeling afraid. I could sense I was being watched. Because of that, I could hear my heart beating rapidly. My breathing became incredibly agitated. And my vision became somewhat blurry. I'm scared. I heard my phone ring a couple of times and decided to take it out and see who was calling me. An unknown number. It's him, it must be him. But how does he know how does he have my number? A collision matrix? Is he freaking crazy? Probably looking for me the moment I left in that cafe. I knew his vibe was bad. He's a damn stalker. And we have the dark romance section right here. I quickly hung up the call and blocked the number to prevent him from calling me again. I hide among the bookshelves in the far section. I pretend to be looking for something among the books to avoid rousing suspicion. Oh, I'm gonna get every single book right there. I hope he doesn't find me. Okay, this cover, I know these were references. This one, the cover reminds me of the actual cover in the book. I got the third book in the series for studying, basically, because it was like a dark romance. Because not studying, but because it's basically Yandere dark romance, and it gave me the content warning. So like, yeah, I'll take it. Think the Lights Out series or something. It seems I'm safe for now. Thank God. Goodness. Ooh, more to look at. More references. I felt my anxiety and fear slowly leaving my body. Lion, this is the last frickin' time that you'll meet a stranger on my app. It'll be better to find a way to escape from the mall without him noticing. But for now, I'll keep browsing these books. Maybe even buy a self-defense one in case I run into that guy again. I could just get a hardcover and bash him, use it as a weapon. Suddenly, felt a hand resting on my shoulder, causing me to jump a little. I turned around and saw a redheaded guy in front of me. It nearly gave me a heart attack. I thought I was the weirdo from the cafe. Excuse me, but you don't know where I could find the new Fox Hunter book? Or have they sold out? Wait. I know that name. Like Fox Hunter, I mean. If that's the case, would you tell me when the next editions would come? Eh? How can I help know that? Only someone who worked. Oh, I see. That's what's going on here. How awkward. Sorry, but I don't work here. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. It's just that you're dressed like a employee here. What is this, like Target, and I'm wearing a red shirt? The guy smiled a bit embarrassedly. I don't pay much attention to him. My mind is still on the alert from the scare I had a moment ago. It's me again, I don't mean to bother you, or sound rude, but you look a little off. Are you okay? Is there something I can help you with? Eh? Help me? I really need to learn to be more subtle with my emotions. And the thinking about it, maybe that weirdo will stay away from me if he sees me with someone else. Maybe that way I could finally get rid of him. But I'm not sure if it's wise to tell another stranger what happened with that guy. It could be worse. We could just get another Yandere. Add to the harem. Should I tell him, or should I just pretend like nothing happened? Okay, I'm gonna go with take the risk. I think I'm gonna take the risk. Take the risk. It's the best thing I could do at this point, actually. I take a deep breath, and as he kept looking at me with an expression that only showed concern, I made the worst decision of my life. Today I came to meet my date, and well, he's basically a stranger I met online, and he's harassing me. Okay, we think he's stalking us. But seriously, I thought so. I felt I knew enough about him to meet him in person. I never imagined that this would happen. Although I told him not to dare to follow me or contact me. Just a moment ago, I got a call from an unknown number, and I'm sure he's looking for me in the mall right now. The guy's expression changed immediately when he heard me say all that. Seriously? Don't worry, okay? I'll accompany you so that nothing happens to you. We're talking to strangers. He could be just as worse. While he was saying that, he looked around as if he was making sure no one was trying to approach us, or rather me. I definitely felt a little better seeing that this guy didn't plan to do anything weird with me. I could feel how I slowly started to feel relieved thanks to his company. He seemed like someone who genuinely tries to help a person in trouble instead of just ignoring them and going on their way like everyone else. By the way, I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Jeremy. He extended his hand towards me, expecting me to return the greeting. With a small smile, I shook his hand. Despite having doubted him at first, I had admitted that thanks to his company, I could feel a little safer. Nice to meet you, Jeremy. My name's YN. I really appreciate your help with all this. You're welcome, YN. I don't think it's right to ignore someone who might be in danger. It's a pleasure to help you. The guy smiled sweetly as he continues to browse through some books, attentive in case someone gets too close, occasionally touching my shoulder to signal that I should move closer to him, just in case he expects someone.
No deberías estar aquí. No deberías estar aquí. No deberías estar aquí. No deberías estar aquí. No deberías estar aquí.
Okay, that was amazing. Give me a moment. I watched as he answered the call without moving too far away from my side, pretending to search for some books, to at least try to ignore what he's talking about. It's probably something urgent and he might have to leave. Well, at least I have some time to figure out how to escape from this place. Great, they need me at my job again. Gonna take me to your job? Don't worry anyway. I have to get back home before it gets too late. Thank you for taking that trouble to help me with, well, you know. No, I didn't mean that. I should leave now. What if that guy's still looking for you? No, I won't allow it. I don't care if I get scolded for being late. I won't leave you until you're safe. Just take me to your job. I brought someone with me. So would you allow me to accompany you home, or at least drop you off nearby? It was clear that he was genuinely concerned about my well-being. Damn it, why the heck wasn't he my blind date? I'm the unluckiest person in the world. I end up matched with a damn stalker and not someone kind and gentle like Jeremy. Yay. Maybe we should not put we like Yandere's on our day profile. This is undoubtedly the worst day of my life. This is undoubtedly the worst day of my life in this place. At least Jeremy makes a lot. It's not so terrible. And even though I know it's very contradictory of me to walk away from a stranger and then be with another stranger and let this person take care of me and even consider letting him take me home, because he could be a stalker too. He could be in cahoots. I feel that at least Jeremy is not a bad person and doesn't seem to pose any harm to me, unlike the other sick guy. It gives me confidence and security. Thank you. I suppose you could accompany me to the metro station. I still don't trust him entirely. Oh, but why in? I thought Jeremy was a good guy, a good person, not someone weird like the guy at the cafe. Still boundaries. You never know. You'd never be too safe. And he is, but I don't want to tempt my luck at this point. He already had a crappy day. I better stop thinking about all this. It seems like I'm just having an internal monologue, like when I was in high school. Yeah, definitely should put should not have put love Yandere's on the profile. I grabbed the self-defense book, and along with Jeremy, we went to pay for our respective books at the cash register while he made sure no one got too close to me. Upon leaving the bookstore, Jeremy and I started talking a bit about how I ended up in this situation. Mainly because I still felt someone was following me, and honestly, the conversation might help me ignore that horrible feeling for a moment. Oh, I definitely know we're getting stalked. I tried to explain everything that had happened in my previous city and the disaster caused by my ex-boyfriend so he would understand why I decided to start my new life here. On his part, he started explaining why he had been called before work and why it was already routine for him. But at this point, he changed the subject. Hey, I know it might sound weird, but you could say no if it makes you uncomfortable. But if that guy is still around, it would be good for him to know that someone is with you, like your boyfriend or something. Okay, why would I be on a dating app if I had a boyfriend already? I'm just saying. Then again, some people would. I immediately frowned by my brow. Is he trying to apply something? That's not what I meant. I just meant that we could hold hands and I can make sure he's still with me if something happens. Well, that's a bit cliche, but I guess it would be okay after all. It's to keep that weirdo away from me. I'm gonna say plot twist it's actually him, he's just wearing a wig. I nodded slightly and gently took Jeremy's hand, intertwining his fingers with mine, to feel a bit more scared. I mean, Charlie's actually Jeremy, he's wearing a wig and he's wearing a wig. He's just a master of disguise. The way to the subway station was very peaceful and better than I expected. Jeremy continued explaining to me how at work they often asked him to cover shifts for his colleagues because it was tough being a bartender. He told me that despite generally liking his job, dealing with all kinds of people every night could be somewhat stressful. However, before parting ways, he gave me a business card with the bar's address, his name, and his phone number, making sure I could call or drop by whenever I wanted. Besides that, he asked me to try texting him once I got home, wanting to ensure everything was okay once I boarded the metro. I saved his number and assured him I would do so before leaving. The strange guy didn't show up again, nor did I receive any other weird calls on my phone. Well, I did block the number. Either way, I wouldn't have any means of being contacted, and if he tried something, I could trust telling Jeremy was what was going on, and he would surely help me solve it. Else I simply waited to reach my destination. Home sweet home. Oh right, I should write to Jeremy that I arrived without any trouble. Hey Jeremy, I arrived home a moment ago. Seriously, I thank you so much for everything you did for me today. You're probably working right now, so I'll stop writing to avoid bothering you. Have a good night and rest when you get home, okay? Goodbye. I'm starving. I better find something to eat for dinner. I tucked my phone into my pocket and let out a small sigh, despite being hungry. It was already too late, and I really didn't have the energy after everything that happened today. I'll just have something light and head straight to bed. I placed my new book on the kitchen counter, then headed to the fridge. No. Are you freaking kidding me? How did I forget to buy groceries? What am I gonna freaking eat now? And whatever. I'm more sleepy than hungry anyway. Tomorrow morning I'll go buy groceries. Besides, I could invite Jeremy. I don't think he'd mind accompanying me. Upon entering my room, I changed out of my clothes and put on my pajamas to get ready for bed. A loud, small yawn before placing my phone on the nightstand and plugging into the battery, so the battery would be fully charged in the morning. So sleepy. I can't stay awake anymore. I turned off the light and slowly approached my bed. What exhaustion! I began to nestle into my sheets and hug my stuffed animals, feeling like I would fall asleep any moment. I wonder if Jeremy was kind to me because he telling me to help, or maybe he did it because he's wanted something from me, or because he's a bartender. And has done it at work. I shook my head slightly. It's better not to dwell on that. After all, I just wanted to make friends, and I kind of just did. Jeremy. My eyes felt heavier and heavier. I'm not sure if I could hold on much longer. Good night. Wait. He's like popping up out of nowhere. He's been in our bed, underneath our bed the entire time. Okay, we'll see what happens if we don't take that risk. Don't take the risk. No, I shouldn't tell him anything. At least at this point, I can't take any more risk. Nothing's wrong, okay? Don't worry about me. The guy looked at me intently, with an expression of suspicion and confusion. Perhaps I'm wrong in not accepting help, but it's for the best. I don't want to be in danger anymore. It's okay. I won't take any more of your time then. Take care. The guy was clearly walking away, clearly seeking someone's help with the book he was looking for. The serene atmosphere of the bookstore gradually makes me forget about everything that happened after all, and it's been a while, and the stalker hasn't appeared or tried to call me again. I might even consider buying a book. Some have caught my attention, particularly those about self-defense. No, I think this entire section is catching my eye. This one is too. Or this one, it kind of looks like Angle. I pick one that seemed very interesting. But as I exit the section where I was, I had suddenly bumped into someone falling to the ground. Ouch! Wait. Oh, are you alright? When I raised my gaze, I saw a tall guy with black hair extending his hand to help me. Yeah, I'm fine. I didn't see you. The way the guy had helped me and then had me closer only made me nervous. My nerves escalate. So I moved away a bit, make him chuckle at what I said. There's nothing to apologize for. It was my mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have walked so fast. I just wanted to buy a book and didn't realize someone was there. Tell me, I didn't hurt you, did I? I'm fine. By assist, it was definitely my fault. I should have paid more attention to my surroundings. I I'm really sorry. It's just I have a lot on my mind. Expression suddenly changed, showing clear concern towards me. Oh, are you okay? Is someone bad? Is something bad happened to you? I could try to help to cheer you up a little. Maybe it won't be too much, but I could try to keep you company and maybe help you forget for a while what's bothering you. Or if you just want to talk, you could vent to me about whatever happened to you. I promise I'm not gonna judge you, or matter, no matter what had happened. The guy was too attentive, but something about him intrigued me too much, as if he was something familiar. After a couple seconds, I noticed that we were still holding hands, although it didn't seem to bar him at all. I quickly pull my hand away, stepping back a bit. Oh, excuse me, but I think I'll pay for this book and go home. Also, if you prefer, I could invite you for a meal. It won't be like a date, but at least it was a way to apologize for bumping into you in such a rough way. Okay, that sounded a bit strange. Plus, it might help you forget your problems for a little while. What do you say? Would you be up for that? Are you up for it? Sure, why not? Perfect. Let's go pay for your book and then we'll leave. He seems harmless, as if something strange happens. I'll just run and shout to the nearest security guard. As we walk together towards the cashier, he seems nobly cheerful. As if he just won the lottery or gotten something he had won for a while now. Yeah, it kind of looks familiar too. Could finding a stranger for a meal be the most exciting thing that has ever happened in his life? That's really sad. While paying for my book, he offered to carry it for me, which was a bit silly, as it wasn't that heavy. But I suppose he's trying to be a gentleman or something like that. At times, I glanced at him and caught myself staring at him oddly, but seemed not to bother him. He simply smiled and continued walking towards the food court. Just like no. Okay, I'm just looking at the background. So, what would you like to eat? Something perhaps sweet. The ice cream at Povo's are a great choice. Although you could also order dessert at La. I'm not gonna pronounce it. And if you like something else, you could try something from Queen Bee's. They have some of the best burgers I've ever eaten. I'll probably take the Queen Bee. Just order what you want, my treat. The stomach pain hit me again when he suggested eating something sweet. My mind could only imagine the face of the guy that from the cafe in his stupid gift. Honestly, I don't have any appetite for something like that. In fact, I wouldn't even want to think about something that reminds me of that guy. Well, I don't really feel like having something sweet, you know. How about something spicy? You think you can recommend some food with that? Of course, I love spicy food. I'll be right back. I know just the place to get some great spicy wings. His reaction was quite unexpected. He was overly excited, as if I had read his mind. Before leaving, he handed me my book and happily went to get the food. Wait. I know that name. It's Sunny J Jack here in this universe. Before leaving, he handed me my book and happily went to get the food. I waited for him for about 10 minutes at one of the many available tables in this place. I couldn't help but remain alert. Even though some time had passed, I couldn't shake off the thought that the guy from the cafe might still be looking for me around the place. I look around to make sure the cafe stranger wasn't nearby. The other guy returned, startling me a bit as he spoke from behind my shoulder. Did you lose something or someone? Once I turned around, I noticed he was also scanning the area, as if he was trying to help me find what I was looking for. I chuckled a bit as he exaggerated scanning the place, realizing how silly it was to feel that way right now. After all, if that weird guy dared to approach me, I could ask this guy for help with him. It might be the same person. You could tell just by looking at him that with a single punch, he could send you straight to the morgue. Wait, what? I didn't lose anyone or anything. I just thought you'd left with the food and left me here all by myself. I don't think he'll do that. He looks surprised for a moment, then chuckles at my comment. I know I said I love spicy food, but it's not that I'm obsessed with it. Here, I got this special combo just for you. He slides the box filled with spicy food, along with some fries and various dressings. He's not exactly kidding it with. I swear he got contacts and he's literally took the off the sweater. While I devoured one wing after another, the guy simply watched me eat intently, as enjoying my company without needing anything in return. After I noticed something. So what are you doing going in the bookstore? He didn't buy anything after bumping into me. I thought you were going to buy the book you saw on the window. What happened? He blushed a bit as he looks directly into my eyes, taking my free hand on the table. Well, actually, I didn't exactly want to buy a book, I saw you through that window, and you caught my attention. And I didn't have a good excuse to talk to you, so I just went inside to see if I could at least help you find a book and start a conversation without seeming like a weirdo. However, in my haste, I accidentally bumped into you. It didn't even cross into my mind that it would be the way we would meet. I felt like an idiot making you fall like that. I truly apologize for it. He smiled again and chuckled after saying that, seemingly unembarrassed by anything that had happened. Despite his somewhat silly response, it was really genuine, more than I expected. I really wish he was my date. As I felt him gently squeeze my hand, I couldn't help but notice his eyes. Yeah, I can't pronounce. I know it. Or I have two eyes. In fact, eye colors. In fact, I couldn't notice the difference in color until now. He's gently unique. By the way, my name's Charles. Pleasure to meet you, Pumpkin. Okay, okay, either he's actually Charlie, or Charlie and Charles are the same person, or he has a twin. Pumpkin? Okay, that's new. No one in my life has ever called me that in such a particular way. But I guess, at this point, it doesn't matter. I'll just ignore it for now. Besides, it's not an ugly nickname, so who cares? I like your name. My name's Ryan. What a beautiful name. It sounds so unique and fascinating, just like you. I couldn't help but blush instantly, at hearing him say that. My name wasn't really anything special, but somehow hearing him say something like that, just made me nervous. My nerves come back. While he stared in my eyes, briefly looked at my phone, and got a bit startled at the time, as if I didn't leave soon. I'll be late getting home. very late getting home. I'm sorry I have to go. Thanks for the meal, Charles. Maybe we could hang out on our day. Can I have your number? I saw him hesitate for a moment and step back a bit, perhaps still not thinking I needed to leave so soon from here. After he spoke again, after releasing a sigh, now having somewhat more serious look than before. I would love to, but I don't have it with me right now. I accidentally left it at home while coming here. But if it's okay with you, you can give me your number. I'll promise to text you once I get back, alright? Oh well, that's fine. I don't think much of it, and simply wrote my number on his hand with a pen, and I had it in my pocket. After taking my book and saying goodbye, I headed as quickly as possible towards the exit. Starbucks coffee. Great. It seems that my bad luck found me again. I saw some people taking refuge from the rain under the nearby buildings. However, not having anything to cover myself with, I couldn't just run to the metro station. It was too far away. I wouldn't want to catch a cold just from running into the rain for a week. While pondering what to do, I hear a familiar voice behind me. Need a hand? I turned around and saw him with an umbrella in hand and a wide smile on his face. Charles, seems like our not date isn't over yet. Just kidding. But seriously, if you want to, I could help you with this little guy. But that means walking you back home. Of course, only if you're okay with it. He shoved me an umbrella he had in his hand. His hand waved in response. It's really convenient. It's a bit scary. Wait, did you already have an umbrella with him? I hadn't noticed before, or maybe I didn't pay enough attention. Setting aside all these uncertainties, I realized he was still staring at me, waiting for an answer. I really feel like I didn't have another option. If I decline, I'll have to walk in the rain and probably end up catching a cold. I can't just simply not go to work now. I really need the money. And groceries. So, you're okay with that, or would you rather stay here and keep waiting for the rain to stop? Although it doesn't seem like that's going to happen soon, if you ask me. I nod while rolling my eyes, approaching him as we exit the mall, ready to share the umbrella and shield ourselves from the rain. We walk silently in the rain. He seems to enjoy the scenery, maintaining a calm expression on his face while holding the umbrella handle. I feel the need to clarify things. I don't feel like if I don't, this guy will end up flying himself to my apartment or something like that. It takes me a moment to decide to speak. Listen, I don't want you to misunderstand things. I don't want you to accompany me home or anything like that. I'll be content if you just walk with me to this train station, okay? He smiles at me, not looking absolutely surprised or disappointed, but by what I just said. But it seems like we were already so close. I mean, after all, we're so close under the umbrella right now, don't you think? The sarcasm in his tone was evident when he said that. But it was true, now that I mentioned it. If it was embarrassing, sharing an umbrella meant we had to be very close. I could even feel his body heat, and at times my hand brushed against his hip. His brushes a bit, but doesn't take his eyes off me. Don't worry, I get it. I'm just joking and teasing you a bit. You shouldn't take it too seriously. Besides, I have other things to do. Somewhere far, far away, far from here anyway. But at least something this moment. But I'm at least enjoying this moment and being useful in some way to you. Being useful? It refers to helping me with the umbrella. It was helpful, but it's not that big of a deal. As we walk, we kept bumping into each other. Oh, they try not to make it too obvious. His bare expression said it all. As my cheeks blush a bit, I had to admit that having him closer already made me desperately appreciate how attractive he was. However, I could see him smiling in a somewhat mischievous way and slowly getting closer to my face. This caught me by surprise. It caused me to slip accidentally. Unfortunately, before falling completely, he grabbed my hand to prevent me from hurting myself. Once I stood up, I saw him chuckle a bit. Huh, you're really something else, Wyan. I'm just teasing. Don't take things so seriously. It's just a friendly joke, okay? But if you react like that to a simple joke, I better keep a close eye on you. This means nothing. You were the one who got too close to me without warning in a very long time. He noticed my annoyance and decided to keep walking, as if none of that had happened, until he never removes that smile from his face. After a couple of meters, he seems to be restless, as if he had a constant thought bothering him. I touch his shoulder and snap him out of it, and he smiles again. Perhaps he has too many things to deal with. That reminds me, he said he had something far away to do. Maybe it was getting late for him, and he's just kindly accompanying me. Is something bothering you? I know it's not my business, but if you have something to do, it's better to continue your path and not be late for that place. It's not that big of a deal. I just have a lot on my mind lately that I can't decipher. It's actually silly. Plus, I'm not in such a hurry to go there. It's just a family gathering or something like that. If I'm honest with you, I really don't care. A family gathering? Well, I have nothing to do with that. Luckily, we're just a couple blocks away from the metro, and if you want, you can leave me here and go to your meeting. What? No, I'll accompany you until you inside the station. That way, at least, I know you're safe in a safe place. At least I can do. Think of me being your guardian angel. Did he just say guardian angel? He doesn't even let me process his response. Immediately winks teasily. He laughs again without taking his eyes off me. God, it's really fun spending time with you. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. I hope this isn't the last time we see each other. YN? I'll be texting you to arrange another outing. Right, I gave him my phone number. I had completely forgotten about that. I didn't want to rush things, so I thought about my response without realizing that we had already arrived at the metro station gates. He quickly speaks up. You know what? Keep it. That way, I'll have a better excuse to see you again, and make sure we go out again. Plus, the rain hasn't stopped yet, and you'll probably need it later. Try not to lose it, okay? He takes my hand and hands me the umbrella, smiles once again, and before leaving, he briefly touches my cheek before running off, laughing, not caring about getting wet in the rain. Until next time. I touched my cheek for a moment. I could feel myself blushing again. I guess he really didn't care about taking shelter from the rain. I just watched him disappear amongst the people in the fog of the place. I see the umbrella in my hand in complete silence. Perhaps I should have returned it, but I really had no choice. I couldn't even give him an answer. What's for sure is what we will definitely see. That we will definitely see each other again. There's something that's guarantees that encounter. I smile a bit, thinking I'll see Charles again. But if it doesn't happen, at least I have a free spare umbrella. After eating the metro and buying my ticket home, I could see the train was about to leave in a few minutes. Not again. Well, when will they fix this crappy frickin' schedule? I better run if I want to get home. This has been a day with a roller coaster of emotions. I just hope that things from now will be calmer. I don't want any more surprises. I decided to uninstall the dating app and delete all the information I had shared with that jerk. I don't want to cross paths with him again in my life. It's enough knowing he's in the same city. But even though I wanted to block him, I don't know his real name. If he doesn't know mine either, we'll only know each other by our nicknames on the app. I don't think that was enough for him to find me. Well, at least that assures me a bit. Now I think about it. Charles. I hope he doesn't catch the cold because of me. Maybe I should have taken the umbrella. But by his actions, it seems like he needed to walk me for a while and make sure I was okay. Unconsciously, I placed my hand on my cheek, laying out sigh as I left the umbrella beside the couch and headed to my room to finally get some sleep. It's time for me to go to sleep. Tomorrow I'll have to go pay my cell phone bill, although I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff. Well, it can't be that important. Probably locking the doors. Let out a small yawn before silencing my phone and placing it on the nightstand, connecting it to charge fully by the morning. Now off to dreamland. Turning off the lights, I slowly made my way to the bed. God, I'm exhausted. I begin to snuggle into my sheets with my fleshies, feeling like I could fall asleep at any moment. I heard my phone vibrate a couple of times instantly, so I decided to pick it up for a moment to see what was going on. A message from a number? Hello, Pumpkin, it's Charles. I just finished all my errands and remembered you and my umbrella. Tell me, would you like to go out tomorrow? Maybe we could have some dinner or something. Let's do something fun. By this time, you're treating for the wings. Just kidding, I'll be waiting for you at this train station today. Hope you see you there. What? It's just him. For a moment, I thought it was someone else. I think he is someone else. He's quite straightforward, all over a single umbrella. Goodness, my eyes are too heavy to reply right now. Maybe I'll respond tomorrow. I think it's gonna be here again. Yeah, we just glitched out. Sorry. I think I startled you. I got carried away for a moment. It's just that you're about to leave, right? Well, anyway, I'll see you soon, Pumpkin. Sweet dreams. I'm so delighted to meet you. I'll be waiting for you, Lion. Yeah, I think Charles and Charlie are the same person. So that was Double-Sided Mirror. Technically day 1. I might have day 2, but only in a Mac, and the Mac file, and I do not have a Macintosh. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you haven't already, comment down below and like the video. See you guys next time.